I do feel bad for her.
I don't buy it.
Let's go to the gas station and see if she's there.
Just creep. Just lay in the cut. Lay back in the cut. As the R&B Lotharios used to say.
And oop.
Are you looking at Frankie?
Yeah.
So we got a dishwasher with this condominium from the previous owner, Judy Zone. And it's your standard dishwasher. It's nice, stainless steel. But it has 3 different wash cycles. It has normal, it has light, and it has express. And we've only done normal because you're scared to do anything but normal, right?
Yeah. I don't know what anything else does.
Right.
Normal is dependable.
Yeah.
Based on the name.
Normal.
You touched my tan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, the tan's been touched. You'll hear about it later.
The tainted tan.
And oop.
So this morning I was doing dishes, and you weren't feeling well, so I was just taking care of the house. And so I thought, I'm going to run light because I want to see, because when we run normal, the normal wash cycle on our dishwasher, it takes 2 hours and 16 minutes. That seems ridiculous, bonkers, ludicrous. It doesn't make sense. Water, soap, hot water, a little bit more water. That shouldn't take over 2 hours.
No.
I'm always astounded every time we run.
What is going on in there?
Yeah. For 2 hours and 16 minutes. So this morning I said, I'm going to try the light. Now, first of all, I got married. I don't know what I'm doing dishes for, honey. That's not why I got married. That's not why I'm in this. But so I select the light wash, and the time comes up. It's an hour 59. Okay, you could watch freaking Doctor Strange while the light wash cycle is going. So once again, I'm befuddled. I'm astounded. What is happening in an hour 59? And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get crazy. And I hit the express wash, and it's 56 minutes. Perfect. Yeah, even that seems a little long.
No.
I feel like some water, it should be 20, 30 minutes tops. Mm-hmm. But 2 hours and 16 minutes is bonkers. It's crazy. 56 minutes, it's still a little high, but that seems reasonable to me. It makes sense. There's also a tough mode. And that takes 2 hours and 46 minutes. Wow. Okay, you could be out here watching RRR on Netflix and nearly finish it. What is happening in the two?
There's you're putting boots in there, so or something that's rusted, or I don't know.
As if people do that. What I think is going on is that Kenmore and GE and Maytag are in cahoots with the energy companies and the water companies, and I feel the same way about our washing machine. Like you run a normal cycle of clothes, and it's easily an hour plus. Yeah. And again, water, soap, swish it around a little. It should be taking so long.
So you blame the big utility?
Yeah, I call them Big Ute.
It's a scam.
They're working together.
Why did it take us over 2 years to discover this, address this issue?
I don't know. Well, you were scared. You were frightened, and rightfully so. Well, I didn't know there would be such a discrepancy, an hour difference between normal and express. Express and light. Win. Yeah, so we're gonna do express from now on.
Yeah.
Okay. And just dishes in general, because we rinse before we put them in the dishwasher.
They're not going in with chunks of food on them or anything.
Yeah. So what's the point? Like, if you have, like, Lennox and I were snacking last night. We had, like, potato chips and popcorn. That doesn't need the tough cycle.
No.
That doesn't need the nearly 3 hours.
That barely needs soap.
Right. Right. It does. I don't think it even needs express.
That just needs a dry napkin.
Yeah.
Swish out the crumbs and you're good.
Yeah.
Put it away in the drawer.
Yeah. So, what if you, I guess something that involves like marinara sauce,
Yeah.
steak,
wet, heavy foods.
sauces, like a cooked steak. But even then, it's cooked. Like, maybe a little soap, rinse, a little dabble, do ya? Today you got your spray tan, honey.
The big day finally is here.
It was very exciting. Today's Saturday. We'll be in Reno on Tuesday for the 5th of July. You went to, what is it? Natural Glow? Sun and Glow?
Natural Glow Artistry.
And glow is not spelled...
GLO.
Yeah, without a W. Because who has time for a W? In Spanish, it's called a W. So we went there. It's in Midtown Sacramento. And we parked. Your appointment was at 1:30. We got there about 1:15. And front desk girl greeted us, and you asked if I can come back with you because I wanted to see what was doing. And I've seen this on reality shows.
Yes, The Real
Housewives, and The Only Way is Essex. But I wanted to see this process IRL in real life. And she was like, yeah, that's cool. But she said the rooms are tight, and they are. They're like a walk-in closet, a small size walk-in closet. There wasn't a lot of room there. So we walk in, and the room is completely black. Like walls, there's a little chair there that I sat in. There's a little table. And I think that's because there's so much spray going on.
Yes.
It's all black, but it's very moody or dour.
Yeah.
It's like a old photography room or something.
Yeah,
it's just,
I got like a nightclub vibe.
Yeah.
And
I got like a cheap, low rent, zero decoration vibe. A no vibe.
And it's really startling because they have the only light in the room is these super blinding lights that point directly where I stood.
Yeah.
So the tanner person can see you really well.
Yeah.
But it's a weird vibe in there.
Yeah, you were like a YouTuber where they just have those ring lights that just blind you for the clicks or for the YouTubes, for the videos. You decided you had the option to go nude or nearly nude, but you went nearly nude, right? They gave you, the lady's name was Brianna, who sprayed you down. Who sprayed you down, made you brown. But you opted for, she gave you a disposable G-string.
Yes.
Like a paper
like
G-string.
Made out of paper.
It's very odd. It was and it was wrapped in plastic. It was new. One usage. We threw it away after. How did you feel putting that on? It was
so weird.
Yeah.
It was very small.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Flattering though. Very form-fitting. Very sexy, honey, I'll say.
She also gave me a plastic cap to cover my hair.
Right. And then during the process, she said, "Do you want your face sprayed?" And you said, "Yeah." And so she raised the sides so your ears could get it, and she hosed you down. But so there's like this contraption in the room, like on the little table, and it's about the size of a large toolbox. And she left the room to mix. You first of all, she gave you a card.
Yeah.
Of what you want, like the color you want.
Yeah, very difficult. So many options.
Yeah.
Well, not really. There's 3 different options. There's like the sun-kissed, like golden, with anyway. And then there was one that had with olive undertones. And then there was one that had
green olive or black olive.
like olive, like the skin complexion olive. And then
so green.
And then there was one. The next one was like more of like a purple undertone. And then the last one was like more just like brown.
Mm-hmm.
So I opted for the golden with olive undertones.
Yeah.
And then within each of those categories, then you can choose light, medium, or dark.
Yeah.
Or you can mix.
Yeah.
So what I was a little nervous today. I didn't want to go too dark.
Yeah.
So she recommended that I could do she could combine the light and the medium. Yeah. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
It's kind of in between light and medium combination.
So you strip naked, except for the G-string and the
my cap.
And she goes out and she mixes it wherever she mixes it. She comes back in, and she hooks it up to this contraption, and essentially like a house painter, she just and she goes over each like she does one leg, and then. Well, you're facing her, and she does one leg, and then your other leg, and then just moving area to area.
Yeah, and she's like, bend your knee like so, turn your foot outward.
Yeah, to get all the nooks and crannies, right?
Yeah, and then when she was doing my hands and arms, and she said, put your hands in a claw position.
Yeah.
So I clawed both of my hands.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. My arms were up, they were to the side, they were twisted. My arms were exhausted by the end because I couldn't put them down at all.
Yeah.
I had to have them out to the sides or up above my head.
And she was like, rest them on your head. I was like, okay. And then one thing I thought was funny was that in the middle of this, she went for the sell of the subscription. She's like, oh, you can buy a subscription where you come in twice a month and you don't have to pay each time. And I was like, right in the middle of this? That's odd. Like, is that good timing? Is it poor taste? Bad timing? You didn't get the subscription, though.
No, but I'm tempted, I tell you.
Really?
Well, twice a month is too often, but I definitely would like to do this, like, every once in a while.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
It does. And so, like, just from my perspective, like, I thought it was visually stunning. It was like, I was watching like a house painter / a Pixar artist, like coloring cartoon cells or whatever.
Oh, I just scratched my neck and I'm not supposed to do that. Dang it.
Well, that's a whole nother deal.
I've been doing this all day.
And then it's also like part Lennox Albert with the crayon, but it's really... It's like amazing. It's cool. It's hilarious. Like just watching the entire process. Every time we met eyes, we just started giggling to each other.
It was so hard not to laugh.
Yeah.
And I would look over at you and then you'd be laughing. So. It was really cold. The mist, and it was a really weird feeling.
Yeah. It was quite the visual spectacle, and I'm glad I was there.
I'm so glad you came in.
It was a fun time.
It was fun.
And so post, and then so she does and then you turn around so you're not facing her. So she does all the same parts each time, or each piece at a time, but the back side of you, and then she has a brush for powder.
Oh yeah, this was an add-on.
Okay.
This was a special add-on that I elected to get. It's like it's a powder, and she has a giant, like, it looks like a giant makeup brush.
Okay, yeah.
And she dusted down my whole body.
Yeah.
Like, she got up in my nooks and crannies, too, with that little duster thing. And it's sparkly, and it smelled really good. It was just, like, to set it. And I did feel way less sticky after she got that on me. So I'm glad I got it.
You felt very posh.
It felt really luxurious because there's like glitter floating all around me, and I'm standing there and this person is like tending to my body. I felt like a celebrity.
One add-on that you asked for my advice, it claimed to firm you up or something.
Yeah, they allegedly have these add-ons that they have anti-aging.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the firmness one.
Yeah.
And so I asked you, do you think that's a scam?
I said, I know it's a scam, and you know it's a scam. It reminded me of when I used to buy cocoa butter to get rid of my stretch marks. It never worked.
I know.
It's a bunch of nonsense.
Those stretch mark creams and all that crap never works.
But people buy it because it's selling you the dream.
Maybe this time it'll work.
So your post spray tan, what is you're not supposed to touch yourself. You can't sweat. You're not supposed to shower. You're not supposed to do dishes. Again, I got married to not do dishes. Yet I'm out here doing dishes. Just kidding, honey.
I'm not supposed to get any wetness on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I've been like accidentally touching, like scratching and.
Yeah, like you're just acting normal, and then you start freaking out, and you say, "I'm not supposed to be touching my nose" or whatever.
It was really weird and awkward to walk for like the first couple of hours. I walked like with my arms and legs spread out apart.
Yeah.
But then it's feeling a little bit better now. I'm walking more normally.
Yeah.
But all day long, I didn't wear any pants.
Yeah.
I just wore a big t-shirt and I'm like, the kids are home. Like, what? I don't want to wear clothes. And then I was like, forget it. I don't care if the kids are home. I'm not wearing pants.
Right.
And that was a good choice. So I just sat on a blanket that I put on top of the couch.
Right.
I've been sitting there all day trying not to move.
So the blanket is absorbing your tanness or some stuff that's coming off naturally.
I guess. It's hard to see, but it must be. But our couch is a light color, so I didn't want to risk getting any tanning stuff on it.
And
But I think your tan looks great. Like we went for a family walk today, and you used to be the whitest, and now Luna is the whitest. You're still not on Lennox and my level.
I'm pretty close to you and Len.
Yeah, but I think it looks great. And is it going to get darker? What's going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours or whatever?
Well, it's supposed to be fully developed after 12 hours.
Okay.
So, but I think definitely after a couple of hours of being home, we could see that it had gotten darker, especially like in my face. It was really noticeable.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to get any darker than this because it's already been 8 hours or so.
Yeah. I think it looks fantastic.
It looks good. I was so worried it was going to look odd.
It makes your hair look better. You have blonde hair. It goes better with your your hash brown, golden brown tan. It also makes your teeth whiter.
Nice.
Appear whiter.
I like that.
You're like KCRA. I'm like married to Galston Dart over here, or Ty Pennington. No.
Isn't that a
Mike Tissell
HGTV guy?
Yes. Ty Steele. Anyways, Teo Torres. But you look fantastic, and I'm glad you did this. You're glad you did this?
Yeah.
What did your brother Cameron Fisher say about being tan?
So you and I were I asked you, why does a tan make a person look better?
Yeah.
Like what exactly is it?
Yeah.
I've never been able to determine, but then it reminded me of when I was a teenager and we were talking about this, and my brother Cameron compared it to a raw piece of meat next to a cooked piece of meat.
Yes.
Which is such a good analogy.
Yes, it's excellent. I think it goes along with tall, dark, and handsome. Like if you're outside, you play sports or whatever, or you're active, or you care about your body. I think it all kind of rolls into one.
That sun-kissed glow.
Yeah. Wellness is the new wealth or something. Yeah, you look fantastic. Do you want to go back? Are you going to get the subscription that she tried to upsell you?
Not going to get the subscription, no. Definitely want to go back.
What about, like, she was making small talk because we talked a little about Reno and what do you have going on today? And, well, the front desk receptionist tried to do that.
They both did.
And front desk, so what are you guys up to today? And I said, you're looking at it, which is a good, nothing, leave us alone.
Yes.
But then I imagine the tanner lady, it's like your waxer. Like she's in your parts. She's all up in your business. She's up in your hoo-ha. So you feel the need to chat. And she was nice, and we talked about vacation in Reno, and she was like, don't go swimming immediately, or Are you supposed to go swim, or can you go swimming?
You're not supposed to. The chlorine affects the tan. Like it could make it discolored and patchy, and it could also just like fade it.
She also said if you get water or if you sweat, like you have to push down on the moisture, and you can't like rub it off because then the tan will come off.
She was like, push it down to get the color back in your skin. I was like, what?
Yeah, but it took the entire process like less than a half hour, I think.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious. I loved watching it. It was super fun. I'm glad they let me back there.
Mm-hmm.
And then total cost, because it was $50 just for the tan, and then how much was the powdery stuff?
They didn't charge me for the powder stuff.
What?
I know.
What?
Well,
so what was the final cost? Did you tip?
It was $50, and I tipped 15%, which was $7.50. So I paid $57.50.
That's cool.
Should I have lied and said they charged me?
No.
Oh no, I scratched again. God.
It's been like this all day, folks.
Oh, it's in my nails. I can actually.
Oh dear.
You know what? Hecka makes my stretch marks more apparent. My stretch marks are like bright white now against my brown skin.
Well, like when I'm super tan right now, and my stretch marks are very, very apparent. But to me, I feel like a tiger. Like, those are my stripes, man.
Yeah, my stretch marks don't bother me.
This is evidence of a life lived, man.
And oop.
Alrighty, well that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Well, let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate. Or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for Natural Glow, without a W, Airbrush Artistry. We don't have a promo code for Natural Glow, Airbrush Artistry. Goodbye, my podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, I may have laughed at my wife getting sprayed down while wearing a paper G-string, but I'm still a good person, and we're still good people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for caring. I hope you have a wonderful day/night. Bye-bye.
Good job.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. Where are you going?